On this edition of Inside Education, we look at the Clark County School District's graduation rate and programs that are helping students succeed.
I'm really proud to be the very first person in my family to graduate from college, and I wanted to empower other people who grew up similar to me to have an equitable opportunity to succeed.
We'll introduce you to a local nonprofit helping students who will be the first in their family to attend college and help turn them into the leaders of tomorrow. Plus, we'll take you to Cheyenne High School, where a program called JAG is not only helping students graduate, but preparing them for the workforce. And we'll learn more about the Big Brothers, Big Sisters of Southern Nevada and how this nonprofit is offering young adults some much needed support. Inside Education starts right now.
The cornerstone of education is getting to know a student first.
We want to make sure that we're supporting families and students.
I think that the community should know that their voice counts.
Reading is the doorway to everything that we do in education.
Thanks for joining us for this edition of Inside Education. I'm your host, Mitch Truswell. A record number of Clark County School District students earned a diploma in 2017. Now, that's according to the Nevada Department of Education. The Clark County School District's preliminary graduation rate for the class of 2017 was a record high of 82.71%. That's 20,030 graduates, CCSD's largest graduation class ever. Over the years, district leaders have seen a significant increase in students who earn their diploma. In 2011, the graduation rate was 59.34%. District leaders credit teachers and staff who are implementing strategies to develop relationships with students to help provide more individualized education, as well as outside programs and community support. Well, one such resource is JAG Nevada, a program that historically works with students who face barriers to success, such as low academic performance, parents who did not graduate high school, or parents who don't live together. The acronym JAG stands for Jobs for America's Graduates. But as Inside Education's Kathy Topp found out, it also sets students up for something else, getting a diploma. Kathy.
Mitch, JAG Nevada is a private nonprofit program in the state of Nevada that operates in more than 20 CCSD schools. Statewide for last year, the stats are pretty impressive. Half of students who entered the program as part of the class of 2017 struggled with excessive absenteeism, and the far majority were in the bottom 0.5% of their class. Yet, 92% graduated.
All right, class, first of all, good morning to each and every one of you. Good morning.
It's fourth period at Cheyenne High School.
We talk about life quotes, and then we do like realistic stuff that we can face in the real world.
With a new day comes new strength and new thoughts.
And this is when juniors in JAG meet.
Junior is important. The earlier you can start and getting kids to focus on post-high school graduation plans, the better.
Students here may face some challenges.
In freshman year and in middle school, because I was going through some family trouble and stuff, and it was like my grades were falling like tremendously, and then I got letters saying something that I might not graduate, and I had to like wake myself up, like a wake-up call. Like, I don't want to be one of them kids that's just like, no, I don't want to be on nobody's corner or begging for help. I want to be an independent woman.
But they are being groomed to graduate.
It's very important to me because I'm going to be the second in my family to graduate.
And also looking forward to what will come next.
The high school graduation, the diploma is an essential first step, but it's only a beginning.
JAG Nevada Executive Director Renee Cantu.
We're here to prepare the workforce of the future. You know, there's high demand, in many sectors. You have advanced manufacturing, you have healthcare, you have IT, you have many businesses moving to Nevada. And what we're here to do is develop our corner of the talent pool, get them ready for the workplace, and really do some special things.
JAG Nevada has grown from serving 208 students 3 years ago to more than 3,000 this school year.
At this time, you may enter.
Here at Cheyenne, JAG specialist Jonathan Walker works with about 130 students.
From day one, we come in. That's our number one goal, is to make sure that kids graduate, no matter where they are. If they're credit deficient, if they're here, they're there. We want to figure out a way to get them back on track and to keep them on track all the way across to graduation. I tell my kids all the time, I say, well, Coach Walker's gonna get on your nerves all the way to the stage, but we gonna clap together when you walking across. And those kids, they appreciate that. And one of the biggest factors, one of the biggest appreciation factors I love is when I hear kids after graduation, they call me back and tell me how they're doing and tell me how college is going. And tell me they're working full time and they're doing well and things of that sort. Those are some of the things that we get back that helps us know that we're doing what we need to do.
For students, the program offers an extra source of support.
They just give like an extra helping hand and be a support system. And you could basically like come to them with anything, and it's like non-judgmental.
And a pathway not just to a job, but a career.
I mean, I am looking forward to start a job soon because in my family, it's just in my family specifically, my brother's the one paying the bills, and I feel very just bad just staying there and not being able to do anything.
The goal is to help students succeed not just at school, but in life.
JAG is special because it works with young people who are disengaged from school, who face multiple barriers to their success. I call them not students, I call them students with promise, with great promise.
You guys got anything that you need from me? Anything? All right, good to know.
There is a strong partnership with the high school administrations where JAG operates. The principal assigns an advisory committee that works with JAG to recruit, interview, and select the JAG specialist or specialists for the school. And Mitch, of course, the goal is 100% graduation rate for the program, which actually quite a few high schools are already achieving.
Kathy, thank you. Well, if your parents went to college, there is a good chance you did too. But for some families in Southern Nevada, college is not so common. There are many students currently enrolled in the Clark County School District who will be what are called first-generation students, meaning they will be the first in their family to attend college. But with no college experience in the family, these students can be at a disadvantage, even filling out a college application, knowing how to get financial aid, how to tour a college campus, and so much more. That's where Leaders in Training is making a big difference. In this nondescript strip mall, future success is in progress. This is the headquarters of Leaders in Training, or LIT. These high school seniors from many different high schools, primarily on the east side of town, are working on their college applications with direction from Erica Mosca, LIT's founder and executive director.
Yeah, your highest is in math. You always think you struggle in math. That's funny, huh?
Most students have been part of the LIT program for 4 years. Mosca has prepared and empowered these students to get to this point and to help them understand what college admission officers are looking for.
Tell us where you got in. Wow.
Students keep track of where they applied and which students have been accepted. Michelle Gonzalez will be the first in her family to attend college and just found out she was accepted to UNLV. Michelle says LIT and Erica provided her with skills, insight, and a lot of encouragement.
She came from a place where we came from, and it inspires us to come even more up and be just like her.
It was Erica's college experience that led her to ultimately create LIT. Coming from a low-income family with no college experience, she traveled on her own on a red-eye flight from California to Boston University. She found the campus on her own and only then understood what she would face in college.
I realized very quickly everybody else moves in with their parents. They go full shopping to buy items for their dorms. And pretty much the first day I realized that I'm going to have to work. I have to have a work study. My experience is going to be very different because I didn't come from the same social class of a lot of other students. And I didn't feel as if my college access program prepared me for that or we ever talked about that.
Based on the years these students have taken part in LIT, they have a much better understanding of the college experience. Most have already toured campuses and met many admission officers in person. Alan Cruz will be the first in his family to attend college. LIT provided him with focus.
This whole journey of college was really foreign to me. I knew that I wanted to go to college. I know that they told me that I needed to go to college, but it was like, what exactly is college and how do I get into it? And so that's how I sort of discovered Erica, who's sort of like a mentor to me now.
For Erica, getting these students into college is just the first step. It's also about bringing social and economic diversity to tomorrow's leaders and encouraging students to think about their experiences.
Why is it that no one else in my school is going on these trips? To be really critical, why is it that there are more maybe career recruiters here than college recruiters? Why is it that when Boston University comes to Leadership Training, they also say they've gone to no schools on the east side? This is their only east side visit. Because if they can be conscious of that, they're able to change that someday.
Along with college preparedness, over the course of the program, students are exposed to a number of speakers and mentors on everything from personal health to financial literacy. While LIT students are at college, there is a group call, kind of a Google Hangout among LIT students, just to keep them on track. Even alumni of the program are expected to give back in some way. Well, when it comes to leaders in the tech industry, most of them are men, but there are efforts underway to not only interest more girls in technology and STEM careers, but to help build a pipeline of future female tech leaders. Here to talk more about some of the programs, some of the workshops, and some of the available awards that are coming up, we have Sanel Bakhta, who is with CCSD's Career and Technical Education Department, and also Hannah Feliz de Luna from Liberty High School. Welcome to both of you.
Thank you, man.
Thank you.
So Hannah, I hear great things about you. First of all, you won recently, earlier this year, an Aspirations in Computing Award,
Yes.
which is great. Now you also received a grant, and with that grant, you're creating some workshops for female students in the district between 6th and 12th grade. Tell me what's going to happen at these workshops. What are you going to teach them?
Well, they're going to be a series of workshops. They're going to be held on Saturdays. We're going to be teaching young women and girls to learn programming through Arduino, the Arduino microcontroller, using the Scratch graphical language interface.
Wow, that's a lot of stuff. In general terms, coding.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
So you're going to help students. Why have a workshop like this? What's the intent behind all of this? Just to make it more inviting?
Yes, we're actually open to any girls grades 6 through 12. So our goal largely is to have exposure to this kind of audience, the young women in school that might not have those,
those opportunities. That's a great thing. And Sanel, we've talked about that before. Right. Sometimes even in magnet program, female students are outnumbered,
right,
because for whatever reason, so they tend to not ask as many questions, don't feel as, so this is kind of judgment free, and that's an important thing that needs to be available, right?
Right. So these informal learning environments can really help these young women get interested in careers in IT and STEM, because they may not have that opportunity in class to kind of explore at their own pace and really get hands-on with the equipment. But workshops like what Hannah's doing can really kind of give them exposure to the technology, to the coding, and really kind of pique their interest in those types of careers.
Right. Now, Hannah, I know the workshops are going to be a great opportunity for the female students, but I'm wondering, when you were in school, did you ever feel outnumbered by male students? I guess you probably were, correct?
Oh, yeah.
Did that ever hold you back from asking a question or maybe getting as involved as you could have, or no?
I actually did find myself a little more quiet than normal in my web design classes that I took for 2 years in school, and it's definitely, the underrepresentation is definitely an obstacle to overcome.
Okay. All right. So now there is, we want to talk a little bit about some awards, the Aspirations in Computing Awards, which Hannah won last year, well, earlier this year, but for last year.
Yeah.
So we have a deadline coming up, and you want people to know, especially girls that are interested in this particular field, they can apply. Who should apply?
Yeah, so any high school aged female student can apply for NCWIT, which is the National Center for Women in Information Technologies Aspiration in Computing Award. The deadline is November 6th, and all they have to do is go to the website aspirations.org to apply and fill out an application. And then last year we were able to recognize 12 high school female students, so this year we're hoping to recognize many more.
That's great. And I think it's probably important that there be kind of this vehicle to help those people that are doing, female students that are doing great, to help them, encourage them to keep going, right?
Yeah, because the award really provides them not only the recognition, but through NCWIT, it provides them a network where they can ask other peers and mentors questions, get support, ideas, different things like that. So it's really a fantastic program, and I'm happy to bring it here to Clark County.
Right, and the mentoring aspect is really important.
Right, exactly.
Okay, so we also want to talk about, there was a recent dedication ceremony for the Merit Academy at Cimarron Memorial High School, and I know that you were also making sure that the girls in tech was part of that.
Yeah.
Explain what happened there.
Yeah, so we actually called it a Girls in STEM event, and we've really focused on the newly renovated Merit Academy there, where they have manufacturing technology, virtual reality systems. So we brought in 100 middle school girls, and we actually had a partner. National Geographic Learning brought in a National Geographic explorer. She was a marine biologist to kind of inspire and motivate all the young middle school girls there. She shared her story. The girls absolutely loved it. They kept on asking questions. We had to cut them off so that we could get them to the activities, but some of the activities they did was learning the physics and science behind like a catapult, where they were shooting marshmallows across the table, coding robots. So it was really a fantastic event. The community, we had brought 100 community members there for the dedication, and that stayed around to kind of see the girls kind of get hands-on with this equipment and software and technology, and really bring about awareness to them.
That's wonderful. So Hannah, the best, if female students between 6th and 12th grade are interested in your workshops, best thing to do is to ask somebody at their school to find out how to get in touch when the application is going to be available, etc.
Yeah, we're going to be promoting throughout a lot of the high schools and middle schools in the school district, as well as in community centers.
Wonderful. Yep. Hannah, Sanel, thank you both for your time. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Mitch.
Well, now it's time for our community calendar. Here is student journalist Melissa Lopez from Canyon Springs High School.
Hello, I'm Melissa Lopez from Canyon Springs High School with your community calendar. The Helen J. Stewart School is hosting its annual Turtle Shell Boutique Craft and Bake Sale on November 2nd, 3rd, and 6th. For details, call Karen Sirk at 799-5588, extension 3020. Nate Mack Elementary School will host its 10th annual parking lot sale on November 4th from 7 a.m. to 1 p.m. For more information, call Callie Marsh at 799-7760. Nate Mack Elementary is located at 3170 Laurel Avenue in Henderson. Lawrence Junior High is hosting a 6-part session titled Staying Connected with Your Teen. FACES and the Clark County Department of Children and Family Services will offer a chance for parents and students to work together to learn how to develop and maintain successful communication skills. The first session takes place November 16th at 8 a.m. For more details, call Jose Herrera at 799-2540. With your community calendar, I'm Melissa Lopez. Mitch, back to you.
Thanks for that report, Melissa. If you are a former Clark County School District student that earned all the required high school graduation credits but failed to graduate, listen up. The Nevada Department of Education says students who failed to graduate because they did not pass one or more of the high school proficiency examinations, but otherwise had all the required graduation credits, are now considered graduates. The state, which sets graduation requirements, recently notified school districts of this change. Students can seek what is called a proficiency exemption, but you have to request it. It can be done online at transcripts.ccsd.net. It may take up to 3 months for the district to revise high school transcripts online. Soon after, the district will issue ceremonial diplomas. Starting with the class of 2017, Nevada students no longer take high school proficiency exams. Well, 27 CCSD schools have been named as a Shining Star School by the Nevada Department of Education. Now, a Shining Star School is one that has significantly outperformed the state average in serving all students, with an emphasis on closing what's called the opportunity gap. These schools are also high-performing schools, serving a high percentage of students who are in poverty. Shining Star Schools are, for elementaries, Bilbray, Blue Diamond, Kalin, Cox, Diaz, Dondero, Dooley, Fong, Hayes, Heron, Hill, Hummel, Indian Springs, Joe Mackey, Perkins, Rowe, Sewell, Smith, Sunrise Acres, Theriot, Triggs, Verdes, and Wengert. For middle schools, Indian Springs Middle School is one of the Shining Star schools. And for high schools, here's the list: East Career and Technical Academy, Southeast Career and Technical Academy, and Veterans Tribute Career and Technical Academy. Our big congrats to all the schools on this accomplishment. Well, having someone to talk to, someone to offer advice, someone who can be a mentor or sometimes just a good listener, those are important things for any child to have, but especially children who may have a challenging home life. Helping those children is the primary focus of Big Brothers and Big Sisters of Southern Nevada. Joining us to talk more about what this organization does, we have Molly Latham, who is the CEO of Big Brothers Big Sisters of Southern Nevada, and we also have Rashi Sharma, who is herself a big sister. Welcome to both of you. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Molly, let's just talk to make sure that everybody understands. So, the one-on-one mentoring is the focus of the program. How does that work? How does the mentoring program, what is being offered to children in this situation?
So we match kids in the community with volunteer adults in a one-to-one mentoring relationship. And then as long as that relationship is together, we support it with case management to make sure that everyone's communicating well, goals for that match relationship are being attained, child safety practices are being followed, and we know that when we deliver our program with fidelity to that national model, that we can measure really great outcomes for that child, both academically and also on socio-emotional type areas of development.
I know the organization has been around nationally for 100 years. It's been here in Southern Nevada since 1973, which is great. And we should clarify, there's kind of two types of mentoring. There's the site-based, which is what Rashi does, and we're going to talk to you in a second. That's at a school or a site.
Yes.
And then there's also community-based mentoring, which is where maybe you would take, after you've had this relationship for a while, maybe you go to a movie or you go to Springs Preserve or something like that, right?
Right. When we put together a match, we're looking to put together a friendship between a child and adult. So we want to match people who like the same kind of things. So whether it's a child and adult who really like sports or outdoor activities or really like museums and libraries, because we want people to really enjoy spending time together. And then again, there's a lot of kids that are so young, they don't know exactly what they enjoy. They just want to get out and experience the world. And that's what mentors do, is they open up that world a little bit for our kids.
That's wonderful. Rashi, you're kind of a different situation because you are a big sister, but you were paired with a little brother, which doesn't always happen. But tell me, Christian is his name.
Yes.
So you're going to the school once a week. Tell me what happens during that 1 hour time period.
So I usually like to start by just getting him from his classroom, and we have an area of the school where all of the bigs and the littles get to hang out together, work on their homework, things like that. And so I'll usually start out by asking my little, how's your day going? How's your week going? How have things at home been? Just to get an idea of how the week has been in general. I do like to also touch base with the teacher to figure out how school has been as well, see if there's any academic challenges that the child might be facing also. And then we like to focus on our homework for a little bit. Since it is about an hour, we usually like to split the time between homework and then doing some fun activity that we both enjoy doing as well.
Right, and something that Christian told you in your first your first meeting was, I don't really like math.
Yes.
But just recently,
Yep.
I think probably helping a little bit with him, there's been a turn. Tell me about that.
Yes, so the first time I met with Christian, he and I did a little bit of an interview just to get to know each other a little bit better. And I asked him, what are your favorite things to study? And the first thing he says is, I hate math. I'm not good at math. I don't like math. It's not something I enjoy doing. And I said, okay. And he seemed to only ever have math homework. So over the course of a couple weeks, we would always start the day by doing math homework, focusing on it, seeing if there's any concepts he doesn't understand, and just work through them. And over the course of a couple weeks, he did so much better. You could just see the progress. And I saw him yesterday and he comes up to me and says, I did so well on a math test. And he's just glowing. And it's really exciting to see not only how proud they are of themselves, but also how much they want to share with everyone around them as well.
So Molly, I know you have a need for Big Brothers, Big Sisters.
Yes,
right?
we do, definitely. We need volunteers.
And you go to the website.
Yes.
What should they're obviously going to be a background check.
Yes.
And much more.
And an interview. We want to know more about you. We also want you to understand the program, because we are looking for a minimum of an 18-month commitment. So this isn't an in and out volunteer opportunity. Right. It's an opportunity to make a really positive social connection in the community and help one child make amazing strides.
Right. So about half are site-based, relationships, so at a school.
Yes.
And the other community. You
Yes.
like to start out site-based, correct?
Well, if
Primarily?
it's at one of the schools where we have the program that works well, and then perhaps we can transition them into the community base later on.
Okay. What's your goal? How many
We'd
Big
love to
Brothers?
serve 550 kids this year.
Okay, well, we're going to try and see if we can help you out with
Thank you. That would
Yeah.
be great.
We appreciate it. Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it. If you would like additional information about the Big Brothers Big Sisters program of Southern Nevada, you can go to their website, which is bbbsn.org, or give them a call, 702-731-2227. Well, when it comes to the school district budget and the budget crisis, there is a lot of information out there, and it tends to get a little complicated sometimes. A quick reminder of a video resource available online. The school district has rolled out a series of quick videos every Friday called Finance Friday, with the goal of breaking down some of the hard-to-understand topics. You can check them out on ccsd.net, in the open book section, and on the social media pages. We want to thank you for tuning in to this edition of Inside Education. Teacher, staff member, administrator, student, parent, or taxpayer, we all have a stake in the public education system. Don't forget you can watch this episode and past episodes of Inside Education online on the Vegas PBS website, vegaspbs.org, or on the Vegas PBS YouTube page. You can also follow the conversation on Twitter, where we often post behind-the-scenes photos and content using the hashtag Inside Education. On behalf of everyone here at Inside Ed, thanks again, and we'll see you in 2 weeks.